Joining us on WHKY News, as he does each month, is District Attorney Scott Reilly, 36th Prosecutorial District. That is Burke, Caldwell, and Catawba counties. Thank you for coming out. Very chilly out there. It feels a lot like January. We appreciate you coming out in the cold and making the trip here to come on the air with us today.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
You just recently concluded a case which involved a prison sentence of close to 20 years.
Right. David Jemison pled guilty to statutory sex offense with a child under the age of 15 years old, received a sentence of up to 19 years. He's 73 years old right now. Disappointing thing about this offense happened back in 2010, and so this person remained free from 2010 to 2025. The victim was scared to death. She just did not come forward until just about 6 months ago. So I'm glad that we were able to get justice for her. I'm sorry that it took so long, but that was the first case, one of the first cases that we handled on January the 8th, the first term of court of 2026. And we're hoping, we're building our trial schedule around the crimes of violence, crimes against children, and the trafficking of fentanyl and other controlled substances.
And with a case like that, so the statute of limitations had not run out?
There is no statute of limitations on felonies in North Carolina.
Okay. All right, I wanted to check on that and make sure. So it's again, I would assume that you urge victims of crime to come forward as soon as possible. You understand, we all understand, I guess there's reasons that people might be a little skittish about that.
She was scared. We'll have cold cases that are investigated, and maybe DNA will get a hit, years later. This is a case where she lived with this, she was scared, and then she became an adult, she's had children of her own, and she comes forward. And then the police did a great investigation, and we were able to bring the case forward and closure to her within 6 months.
I want to hit you with one more topic that we didn't talk about before, so I'll surprise you a little bit here, but we did get a news release from the Burke County officials about possible contaminated drugs in Burke County. I understand that they're urging people to be very careful, and there's free, I guess it's Narcan that they're able to use. This is kind of an interesting development in that I've not yet seen a county government come out and say, hey, we've got contaminated drugs potentially out there because there were a rash of overdoses. Do you watch for these things as well?
Right. Well, law enforcement does. They do an excellent job when fentanyl or controlled substances come into the district. It's pretty easy to identify because all of a sudden you'll get a number of overdoses within a very short period of time, and that they can see that maybe something was laced with fentanyl or a bad substance. Mm-hmm. And so giving out the Narcan, which will reverse the effects of fentanyl, hopefully doing that will save some lives.
Yeah, it was just an interesting development, and I guess they were very quick to come out with that notification here this week with, I guess, a rash of overdoses over the weekend. Right. So I know you've been paying close attention from your perspective as far as prosecuting these types of cases.
Right. Well, as you know, we treat every overdose as a homicide right now, mm-hmm. and if we can get the person or persons who actually distributed the drugs to the person who overdosed, we go after them for death by distribution.
Well, thank you for coming in as always, and we look forward to getting an update from you next month.
I look forward to it too. Thanks for having me.
Scott Reilly, the District Attorney, 36th Prosecutorial District, that is Catawba, Burke, and Caldwell counties. He joins us with his monthly update here on WHKY News.